Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another morning with Spider Rider. Or the first morning with Spider Rider in quite a while. Busy man. Busy man. That's how I like to say it. Not a lot of time for everything. Gotta split up my time accordingly. So, I was at the store the other day. The motorcycle store, as it were. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get a new bike. I still got my Ninja. But I did get some new gear. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. Briefly, just real quick. So, I debated quite a bit about what to buy, and how much to buy. Because I've had my gear for quite a while. My gloves, they're starting to get worn out. There are holes in them. My helmet is just old. And, I went to the track a couple months ago, and when I went there, they told me that my helmet wasn't up to par, right? It's got to be Snell 2010. Not only is it DO2, but Snell is the race standard. It's got to be Snell 2010, nothing earlier. Well, that helmet was Snell 2000, so they told me I couldn't race with it. So naturally, I raced with it anyway. But it's still, an old helmet that's probably been dropped a couple of times. I've never crashed with it, but it's fallen off the table. Which I'm told that once that happens, you're not really supposed to. You're supposed to replace it from more than waist height if it falls, and it definitely fell from more than waist height on once or twice. So rather than messing with that and risking it, the helmet's pretty important. The helmet's super important. It protects the important one. I mean, everything's important if you're going to get in a crash, but the helmet's real important. So rather than mess with it, say, oh, what the hell is going on here? Well, I mean, you could say that, but instead of saying that, I decided to get a new helmet and not even mess with it. Not even let it come into question whether or not my helmet was going to save me in a crash. So I got a new one, which is cool, but this is the first time I'm really testing it out. I've really got the camera on there and I'm filming. And I don't know if you're staring at the pavement or the sky, or I don't know. So we're going to adjust that. All I do know is I think my microphone needs to be replaced, or something needs to be replaced, because it is not working well. I have the exact same setup I had on my last helmet, which was part of my decision to buy this helmet, believe it or not. Mounting ability for a camera. I considered changing up the placement of the camera, but instead of doing that, because I do like the front mount better than the side mount, that's why I have it. Oh, sorry, bro. So instead of doing that, I decided to look at helmets where I could mount on the front. And I had deliberated for such a long time, and finally I just decided to go with this one. And it's pretty cool. I'll show you a picture of it. Khabari! Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the skulls necessarily, but I like the color, and it's kind of hard to tell if they're skulls from a distance. They're kind of subtle, and I like the color changes. I like how it kind of goes from green to brown. And other than that, it's just a good helmet. It's got so many other features I like. It's supposed to be pretty quiet compared to the other helmets I was looking at. And keep in mind, this one and the other helmets I was looking at are Snell 2010. They're race helmets. This one's a Scorpion. It was not the cheapest, but I got it because I liked it. And I could mount my helmet on, or my camera on my helmet. And it's got just a few features. They're not expensive helmets, though. This one was actually pretty cheap relative to some other ones I wanted. The problem was the ones I wanted weren't Snell 2010, so if I wanted to take them to the track, I couldn't. And the point of buying this helmet was to take it to the track. Just in case. Because I've been once, in the several years that I've owned this bike, I've gone to the track and needed a quality helmet, and I didn't have it. And I don't even want to risk it. If I said several, I mean 3 years. Well, 3.5. Anyway. So I just wanted to get a good safe helmet that I can take to the track if I needed to, and that looks decent. And this is what you get. So I also got some new gloves. These are, these are pretty nice. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about them. because they look nice, they feel nice. When I first got them, they were super tight. They're the Icon something, asterisk, whatever they are. I probably should have remembered that before I came and made the video. Anyway, they were really tight when I first got them, and I figured they'd loosen up because they're good quality leather, and they're a good quality glove. They're pretty expensive on the glove scale of things. And I like them a lot, but I'm kind of getting used to them. I'm kind of adjusting. I'm noticing things now that I have different gear that I didn't notice before. For example, oh god. Back to the helmet real quick before I continue on the gloves. Something I didn't notice before is this one, different helmets hold your head in different ways, and apparently the Scorpions hold you by the cheeks, because my jaw is already tired and my cheeks are probably going to be raw when I'm done making this video, just because my teeth are kind of pinching them every time I close my mouth. And my jaw is actually sore right now. So that's going to be something to get used to. And then as for the gloves, these are like thicker leather and a lot higher quality than my other gloves. Oh hey, there's a little accident. And so at first, when I pulled in the clutch, it wouldn't quite fully go in. I had to pull, so I have these like quick shifter, like race shifters that I got from Cape Voice. And when I pull in on it, I don't use 4 fingers. It's not designed for that. It's a 2-finger pull on the clutch, as you can see. I think I've showed you this before. But there's no room for 4 fingers. So when I pull with 2, the end of the bar hits the glove, and it doesn't fully pull in the clutch. So then when I shift, it's real rough, and it doesn't sound good. It's just not good. So I've had to adjust my hand position, and now that I've done that, I realize I'm putting a lot more weight on my hands to hold my hand in the right way to make shifts. So it's not good. I've got to kind of twist my hand a little bit awkwardly, but then I can make the shift smooth. And if I don't do that, the shifts suck. Also, like I said, when I first got them, the gloves were really tight. They've loosened up a good bit. They feel a lot better today, but they're still much tighter and more form-fitting than my last gloves. And when I put weight on my hands, it cuts off a little bit of circulation in a different way, just because there's more leather and it's thicker and it's tighter. So again, something to get used to. I mean, at some point you can't really get used to things if it impedes your ability to drive. Which these don't really impede, they just make it rough. And I've got to adjust kind of how I hold the bar. Of course, I won't compromise safety for this quality glove. I'd go return them and get different gloves. But it doesn't seem to be a problem so far. I also won't compromise my clutch. If it's going to be too hard on it and tear it up, I'll get new gloves, and that's not worth it. But it's just requiring some minor adjustment. And again, I apologize if you're staring at pavement or sky. I have no idea what this video is going to look like. I don't even know if I mounted it properly. And by properly, I mean if you're looking at a strongly slanted... Jesus, man. Oh, excuse me, woman. That might explain it. Posing. Anyway, I don't know if you're looking at a slanted horizon or what, but I sure hope not. So anyway, I'm going to fiddle with this stuff. Get used to the helmet, see if I can figure out a way to tighten those cheek pads. Fucking no more splitting. Let's get behind this guy. Get used to these gloves a little bit, figure out a nice way to shift without messing anything up. And yeah, that's my new gear. Got some new stuff, which I'm excited about. And hopefully I'll use it more and record some more videos. Because I have just been... so many things going on, you know. Summertime. I ride a lot, I just don't have the opportunity to film. I haven't been going for any rides, right? I'm on the road a lot, but I haven't gone for any rides lately. So I'm going to change that. Well, at least ones that I've filmed. I've gone for a couple rides, but nothing I've filmed. So anyway, I'm going to change that. And I'm going to adjust my new gear here. See if I can get it in working order. Hopefully it already is, but we're going to have to fiddle with it a little bit. And I'll see you guys on the road. See you around. So stay tuned.